check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king, what is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with a two drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh!
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go from Indy. Return starts at the 3. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. He's on the move. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Taylor makes the catch. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Completed to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. Gets this to Johnson. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Steelers first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Kelsey makes the catch. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. Here's 2nd and 7. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing once again, Rodgers. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. 4th down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one's complete over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's incomplete left side.
When offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective, getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Taken in by Pierce. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Option give to Taylor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Richardson back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that will get them on the board.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
Looking for Travis Kelce that time. So that brings up 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Colts will take over. 1st and 10 from the 41. Motion man sent left. He's got Pierce. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Throwing now, Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 41. Escapes the pocket. Looking right, and he finds him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Here's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Hits his running back. Runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Game with the point after. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He finds Johnson. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. And it's the Steelers with first and 10. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw by Rodgers. And a man is there to knock that away. Intended target was Calvin Woodley. So second down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Rodgers here from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing again, it's Rodgers. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Again, Rodgers. And they won't do it. So that goes incomplete on fourth down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, first and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Richardson to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's going to be caught by Mitchell. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. It's 2nd and goal. He tries to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Colts do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our 1st half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that 1st half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's DK on the slant. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Working quickly here. Throwing on 1st down to Rodgers. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll throw again, Rodgers. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The Steelers calling their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll come up 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
3rd and long, Rodgers. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Taylor. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Now here's Rodgers. That's Metcalf running the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 15.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Throw complete to Warren. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 4. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Play action with Richardson. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Tight end going in motion here. Richardson on third. This one finds Taylor. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. They'll throw again. Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Richardson now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. And to do it with that kind of accuracy down the field, this dude's elite.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
It's now third and goal.
Third and goal for Richardson. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Rodgers throwing on third down. That one's cut along the left sideline. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Again, Rodgers. He puts some power on a deep one left. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Try and get it to Calvin Ridley. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's caught for the first. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here. Another try following the sack. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll go for it. Rodgers. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
Steelers 14.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Lays out for this one. Oh, what a catch! And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown! The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rodgers here off the play action. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Colts get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Bronk, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Rodgers here from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. Breaks through, and he might break away. They get 38 out of the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Rodgers. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Blitz coming for Rodgers. He sends this one to the end zone. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Taylor now up the middle. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And look at this return. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Trying to push it deep downfield. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.